On today's show, we learn what it takes to take care of planes and talk about upcoming things to do in our South Shore towns. You can get the bad news in a lot of places. On the local scene, it's all about what's good and good to know. I'm Julie. Let's get started. The art form of poetry allows a community to understand and appreciate the world around us, shine a light on issues and experiences, and bring us together in a moment. To celebrate National Poetry Month, America's Hometown Laureates, PAC TV, and the Plymouth Cultural Council are hosting an open mic poetry night on April 24th from 7 to 9 p.m. You can take the stage and share your original work at Plymouth North High School. 15 5-minute time slots are available, and anyone age 13 or older can participate. To sign up for a reading slot, email hometownlaureates@gmail.com. And if you want to come and support the performers, the event is free to attend, no need to register. Find out more on the Hometown Laureates Facebook page. Part of the town of Plymouth since 1934, Plymouth Airport has become an essential piece of the air transportation and economic development needs of the area. It's also the home to Cape Cod Community College's Aviation Maintenance Technology Program. We went on the local scene to learn more about the program and how it serves the area and its students.
The Aviation Maintenance Technology Program here at Cape Cod Community College is part of a network of schools across the country. There's over 190 schools that teach the FAA A&P certification. The goal is for a student to graduate with the A&P FAA certification, enabling them to become a technician out in the field in aviation. And then, of course, there's also a degree program involved too that a student can opt to take a course through and get their Associate of Applied Science degree as well. In a 2-year period, they could graduate with both their certificates and their associate degree. Plymouth Airport has been very good to us as far as supporting our needs to grow. We broke ground in 2017. We since have added a hangar. We've added 3 or 4 new aircraft, and we've expanded the technology offering here to move into things like virtual reality and augmented reality training. Our class sizes are growing. We went from a very small group of 20 to 25 students every year, and we are looking at an expansion over the next 2 years to get to almost 400 students.
I went to Bridgewater State University. I graduated my bachelor's degree in aviation science with a concentration in flight training. So I've been flying since I was about 18 years old, and I have 258 flight hours under my belt. The Bridgewater program, they really try to marry the two together, where you're taking your gen ed courses, your math, English, science, what have you, and you're also taking your ground school and your flight lessons. So you're doing a lot at once, and some people are working at the same time, and some people, are doing different things, and some people are commuting. So it was hard to marry the two together, but being here and just being able to focus in this environment and just being able to strip everything away except for aviation maintenance is what allowed me to succeed this well, and not having to worry about, gen eds and not having to worry about all those things. The fact that they give you the option to do one at a time, they offer a associate's degree here where you can take your gen ed courses before or after, you don't have to do it at the same time. And that's really what's awesome, is they make this program as flexible as they can so that no matter who you are, no matter how you learn, where you come from, you can succeed here. You walk in the door and you feel like you're home. Everything's available to you. We have so much here and we're getting more things all the time. I could never learn enough when I'm here, and that's kind of what made me want to stay.
Our oldest student is 63 years old. Our youngest student is 18 right out of high school, and they're all in classes together, so they mix ages, genders, races. We have a huge diversity component here. We started a Women's in Aviation chapter here, part of an international group that is promoting and fostering women becoming not just pilots, but technicians and engineers and all different executives in the airlines and things like that. So there's a tremendous career path for women right now, especially those who, in our day and age, we have a lot of single moms. We have people who have come through some difficult times, and this is a great way to change their life and make and earn a living that is sustainable for them and their family.
Women aren't going away. There's only more women coming in the industry. So it's a great learning tool for me to figure out, how do I be assertive without being aggressive? How do I, get my point across being, I try to be kind, and I try to, hear other people It's one of those things of learning to work with people from a different walk of life. It's not necessarily, I'm a woman and you are not. It's you come from a different environment and you look at something different. And just because I don't understand what you're saying to me doesn't mean that you're not right. So I try to look at it as not necessarily that, there's a gender difference here. It's that there's a perspective difference. It's about how you see something.
As far as the town of Plymouth, we've got tremendous support from the Chamber of Commerce, legislators and leaders, all looking at us as a solution for workforce development, because all of our students not only learn the skills to be in aviation, but they learn other transferable skills that can help other businesses and other trades, if you will. Students come here and learn things like hydraulics and pneumatics and electricity and sheet metal and composites. That all translates into new plumbers, new HVAC people, new electricians, new welders, and new marine people. So all of that said, it's not just aviation, it really affects and touches a lot of different areas. I see a lot of students who started out interested in automotive or maybe some of the other areas that I mentioned, and they find out that aviation is a very lucrative career. It's going to be very long lasting for the future.
I guess I was getting burned out. With cars, kind of, started off as a passion, did it in my driveway, did it for about 4 or 5 years, and then the passion just kind of died out. And I thought, I like working with my hands. I don't really think I'm engineered to work a desk job, so talked to the school, I enrolled, and here we are now. I would like to do more stuff with jets. I like turbines, that's kind of what interests me. So whether that be, a fixed base operation, working on jets under a single employer, or working for a regional, working for an airline. Any of those three is kind of the track that I'd like to go down. With the knowledge that I've gained here, I guess it just doesn't necessarily stop with planes. Working on wind turbines, it's the same technology, you'd be surprised. There's a lot of different areas you could go, but that's kind of the direction that I'd like to track in.
We are also developing a high school pathways program. Students can now start in their junior year of high school rather than waiting to come to Cape Cod Community College after they graduate. They can literally start in their junior year online through a distance learning program and get 1/3 of their recommended written test done, which is their general written exam, and then transfer into the program with that already in hand and save themselves almost a year of entry. So that's another place we're starting to dig deeper into where students are starting their journey and their interest in aviation as well.
I have a clear goal in mind of where I want to be, what I want to do, and the reputation that I want to have. And I didn't have that before, and I think that's why I'm working so hard, and I think that's why it means so much to me that I am succeeding and doing as well as I am. And it's hard for me to say that because I never would have thought that I could say I'm doing well and I'm proud of myself. And that's such a huge thing to say, and to be able to be proud of yourself.
Some people here have said that they've never flown commercially, but every time you get on that plane, you sit back and you think somebody's been working on this. It's needed repairs at some point in its life, and how large it is, how fast you're going. It's a really cool concept, aircraft in general.
I lost my love for flying, going through so many struggles. I didn't want to do it anymore, and I think I misassociated the struggles with flying, and I lost my love for it. And now I want to fly again. And knowing that if you had told me, 5 years ago, hey, you're going to want to get back in an aircraft and fly, I would have been like, you're absolutely out of your mind. But it's given me the love that I had back for this industry. It has made me feel like I found my purpose again. And being able to, get back into this industry and start working on them, and then to hopefully fly again someday, having those feelings back is just, it's awesome.
To learn more about the program, visit the college's website, capecod.edu. In recent years, the discussion around mental health has come to the forefront, with conversations becoming more open and services becoming more in demand. At 2 p.m. on Saturday, April 22nd, the Duxbury Free Library wraps up its Community Mental Health Series with Roadmap Through the Mental Health System in Mass 2023. Representatives from the National Alliance on Mental Health, known as NAMI, Plymouth, will discuss local resources in the state's mental health system. They'll also talk about what NAMI does and how they serve the community. Registration is required for this event. Visit the library's website to sign up. The sharing of poetry is sharing an extension of yourself with the world, creating connections and possibilities. On April 19th at 6 p.m., join local poets Bill Alberti and Miriam O'Neill as they read their own poetry at the Adams Center in Kingston. Prior to that, attendees will be able to sign up for a 3-minute spot to either recite their own poetry or lines from our favorite poem during the second half of the program. If you'd like more information, contact Stephen Miller, the reference librarian. What do you get when you bring together over 65 local businesses, live entertainment, and amazing raffles? You get the Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce's annual Business Expo, one of the larger networking events of the year and free to the general public. Visit with local businesses, learn what they have to offer, and build your contacts. And while you're there, make sure to stop by and visit with the Pop-Up Pack TV crew to share your thoughts on the expo. The expo will be on Thursday, April 27th at the Hotel 1620 from 12 to 4 p.m., and you can find out more on the Chamber's website. Once considered a niche genre, the art of anime has entered the mainstream of society. If your teen is looking to hang with others interested in this art form, the Anime Club at Kingston Public Library is the place for them. On April 13th, kids aged 11 to 15 are invited to watch anime, snack, craft, and socialize. This month, watch episodes from Pokemon, Indigo League, the original series, while crafting Pokeballs and a catapult to launch them. This is a drop-in event and no registration is needed. Just off Sylvia Place Road in Kingston, you'll find the Stuart Person Preserve on 13.5 acres filled with white pine and mixed oaks. Walking on the trail, you'll discover 2 types of woodlands: swampy lowlands along with well-drained slopes supporting a forest of maple, birch, and beech trees. With the landscape being of glacial origin, you'll come across deposits of rusty bog ore seen along the brook, which were also sources of iron for colonial settlers. And traces of machinery used for industrial work are still visible in the preserve. With the weather warming up, it makes it easier to visit hidden places like this. You can find the trail map and more information at wildlandstrust.org. What better way is there to practice reading than reading to a dog? Well, it's easy enough at the Plymouth Public Library. On April 13th at 4 p.m., children who are independent readers can sign up for a 15-minute session to read to Tasha, a purebred Maltese, and the newest addition to the library's Read to a Dog program. Designed for children under 12, this is a great opportunity for them to read aloud in a comfortable environment and improve their reading and comprehension skills. Sign up at the library's website. Insurance options can be confusing at any age. If you're older and need help understanding your Medicaid health insurance options, the Duxbury Senior Center can help. On April 12th at 6 p.m., join others for a no-cost seminar, Planning for Medicare. The presentation, led by a representative from Blue Cross Blue Shield, will cover the Medicare enrollment timeline, Medicare Parts A and B, plans and programs available to early retirees, and more. Register at the DuxburySeniorCenter.org or call 781-934-5774, extension 5703. Bees are an essential part of the biodiversity of our planet and the most important pollinator for food crops. And if we want to keep them around, we should think about what they need to survive, what plants best support their dietary needs, what habits do we have that may negatively impact them. On April 12th, join entomologist Blake Dinius at the Plymouth Public Library for Little Bee, Big World at 6:30 p.m. In this presentation, Blake will talk about the differences between native bees and honeybees, unique challenges native bees face, and more. No registration is required for the event, and you can find out more at the library's website. And that's what's good and good to know on the local scene this week. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching. We are grateful for your attention. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe to The Local Scene here and share everywhere. Thank you, friends.